My name is John Bennington. I'm a distribution manager for the Central U.S., which is part of NAM for Metso. For the last 3 years, we've been working with Hansen Materials on their climb projects.
Lehigh Hansen had initiated a few years back the climb program with the purpose of improving operations and improving our sustainability.
Metso has been very instrumental in partnering with us, being one of the peers that come in during the climbs, offer their support, their expertise.
We take every advantage we can to include Metso, process machinery, and vendors who know what they're talking about.
The one particular is Harding Street, which is on the south side of Indianapolis.
The main customer base here at our quarry is asphalt and ready-mix concrete. Our largest customer base basically is highway DOT work. The unique situation that we encounter here at Harding Street is the geology surrounding the area. The upper 40 foot from the surface down is sand and gravel, and we're surrounded on the west and north perimeter of the property by the White River. With the sand and gravel being the geology on the top, we have a large influx of water, groundwater coming into our pit, making its way all the way to the bottom of the pit, running across tall roads. We try to capture the water, obviously at the highest elevation, to pump it out. We establish ditch lines around the property to collect that water. During our mine advancement, we had to break some of those ditches. And by doing that, a lot of that water was just running into the pit, making its way all the way to the bottom of the pit, running across tall roads, running across the floor of the pit, capturing at that level about 300 to 350 foot below the surface. Then we would have to pump it all the way back up to the surface to discharge the water.
We utilized outside expertise to come in to help identify methods to improve the operation.
So the Metso people came out.
It became very obvious that one of their biggest cost factors was the money that they spent on pumping water out of the bottom of the quarry so they could get access to the material.
Approximately 40% of our electrical usage is used to dewater the pit and control the water.
I suggested that we have our pumping expert, in this case Jeff Boone, come to the next climb, and he spent 2.5 days on site, plus several weeks working back and forth with the customer to figure out a plan.
The Metso personnel put in long hours and worked very diligently to come up with answers in the areas that we had not been able to figure out ourselves.
And Metso was able to help them.
With Metso's help, we were able to install another sump on the south side of the property, capture all the water up at the higher elevation, and discharge it there. One pump was able to do the work of approximately 3 pumps.
In the process, they got an Energy Star award.
This type of award is very important to Lehigh Hansen because we strongly believe in sustainability, and if we can reduce our energy consumption along with reduce our impact, it's critically important to our mission.
We're very pleased with the relationship we've been able to create with them.
I believe that the cost savings on the electricity alone, 2012 over 13, is something like $175,000 a year.
By establishing this pump, we're able to save a lot of electricity, and in turn, the side benefit, not only on the dollar savings, electrical savings, we also noticed an additional savings in reduced tire wear from our loaders and our trucks by not having to run through the water in the pit. By crushing the dry rock instead of the wet rock that we were, there's a lot less cleanup, a lot less drag back on the belts, and a lot less wear on the crusher parts and stuff. So there was a lot of added benefits on top of just the electrical savings that we incurred here.
Lehigh Hansen and myself, I would like to take the opportunity to thank Metso for their involvement in this program. Metso was the one company who really stepped up and became part of our teams in many cases.
Without the collaboration of Metso, the process would not have had the same value.
They were very much partners in our process here and were part of a lot of improvements that we made here at Harding Street. Superintendents and plant managers that got to witness the expertise of the Metso personnel and process machinery, they took those ideas back with them, and they darn sure did use them back in their own operations.
Like I said, it's a win-win for them and for us to be able to make that kind of savings.
I think having the outside expertise, identify technical problems, and come up with solutions, that was extremely important to the success of the client program.
I think it's created a new relationship between Metso and Lehigh Hansen, and hopefully between Metso and Heidelberg Cement globally.